What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gerald from Bank of Gerald here with another video update. Today is Wednesday, May the 25th, 2022. And man, oh man, I don't even know where to start with this. So we're going to just go ahead and start talking. We're talking about Metafi YEILDERS. There's been some things that have happened. We've got some Telegram groups that are no longer there. We've got some Telegram groups that have popped up out of nowhere. We've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I'm going to just tell y'all how I feel. I mean, before I get started, I want to remind you all that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I'm not your financial advisor. All right, I'm just a dude on YouTube showing you guys how I'm cranking out that crypto in many different platforms, nothing more and nothing less than that. If you like this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified about everything going on, hit the notification bell as well. So the first thing I want to do is I want to just go ahead to my Facebook real quick. I'm going to just share what I see. And I'm in the Metafi YEILDERS group. I think it says posting in this group is temporarily paused. An admin paused new posts in the group. Only admins can post. Everyone in the group can comment and react to existing content. All right. So the last existing update was the update that I read yesterday. All right. Now, new members may not be able to join this group. However, because new members not new members, but existing members can post still, they're posting all kind of stuff in here, which led me to find this Telegram group, which says Fight Metafi. I'm like, really, guys? That's just my opinion. And I get it. I get it that there's a lot of people that think this is rug pull, and I respect your opinion, because it's shown some red flags that we see in the space of platforms that have decided they're going to leave us. But I went ahead and went into this group. And let me see. Hold on. I got to get my new share popping here. We're going to hop into the Telegram. And this is the group, right? So I started at the bottom, right? I was at the bottom. I'm seeing, okay, I haven't joined it yet, so I'll just go ahead and join it. And it says writing messages isn't allowed in this group, all right? So that means usually there's some pinned messages. The last update was Mr. Trice, who I'm not sure who he is, but he seems to have some kind of admin, or he's the owner of this group. Says, who needs an update? I heard someone wants to manipulate me. I don't know what that means. To everyone, if you don't act by your own rule, don't blame anyone. Remember, we have ears, eyes around, especially the Indians. If you don't stop the other act of yours, it won't end well. So now we are seeing some threats in here, okay? Please, only for the people that filled out the first form will help you keep track. If not, it won't work. All right, so we got people that are saying that they've got payments and different stuff like that, like there's some kind of form, all right? And I'm going from the bottom to the top right now, so let's just go to the latest pinned message here. That's good morning here, guys. I just woke up and I'm grateful to God for this. Is Mr. Trice speaking now. Please, I want to make it clear again that we are doing this all together and keep the fight in praise, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm getting is that there was a form that's available. It says, please fill out this form. We have agreed to take refund from Metafi YEILDERS, right? So people have been filling out this form, and then when I click on the form link, it brings up this page, which shares that the form is now closed. We have closed the refund for form. It is limited. We are Fight Metafi Yield Error Group. All right. So I'm like, okay, well, it's closed. And I'm looking at how many members there are in this Telegram group, and there's over 600, closer to 700 members. Last time I checked in Metafi YEILDERS, there was like 20,000 members or something like that. This thing has grown crazy, okay? And I know there's a lot of people that want their money back. So then I was just looking through, and, you know, people are saying, oh, I got my money back, this, that, and the third. Please check and see if you've received. All that filled out the form must receive something, as we discussed earlier on a video call. So they're having video calls about this. Let's see. They're saying that Michael Daher is in this group. This is not Michael Daher's. This is not his Telegram group. I mean, this is not his Telegram. So they're all trying to report Metafi YEILDERS as a scam and all this stuff. And there's so much going on here. So, you know, I don't know how much of this is real, that they're really trying to help people. But I saw a video in here, and it was somebody saying that they got paid, but the name that they meant, it was this video right here from Miss Ursula, and I don't know Ursula, but she said IPC in the video. I'm like, well, what are we talking about? Are we talking about IPC or are we talking about Metafi yielders? Somebody's confused or somebody's saying the wrong stuff. So there's a reason why I don't get involved in the fuddish activities that happen as soon as a platform has problems, because I don't know exactly what they say they're trying to get money from Metafi yielders, or they're trying to, let's go to the top. Let's see where this started. I want to kind of see where this started. Let's see as far as the top as we can go. Because it's been a busy May 24th, obviously, because I'm still scrolling up. But there's a lot of people in this platform that are under the impression that this is over, that Metafi yielders is over. And of course, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And of course, when platforms show red flags, I don't go through the most. I don't do the most to try to get my funds back, because I understand in this space that you're not going to. That's mostly what happens. When a platform decides it's going to go, you're not going to get your funds back. And we'll talk about that a little bit more when we talk about COTPS, but that's been the same thing. Now, I'm starting to see some of these old pictures that they're pulling up of Michael Daher and all these different things. A lot of people are hoping that this is wrong. 2 weeks ago, yeah, there's just so much. Wow, and they're sending threats. People are sending threats. Somebody said, I can give you a watertight guarantee that you are going to have every bone in your body broken into little pieces. I'm not going to repeat the cuss words, but y'all can see it. Go back to cooking. That's just ridiculous. I mean, just the amount of hate going on is ridiculous. These are the kind of things that, a lot of cyberbullying goes on. Somebody says, before I joined, I had a feeling that Michael is not for real, but I joined anyway out of curiosity. I only put money I could afford to lose. Bingo. He told me that one of his main competitors, Binance, main competitor? Okay. I asked him why not make a smart contract visible like Binance and other platforms, all DeFi. So, I mean, everyone had an opportunity to ask Michael Daher all the questions they wanted. Literally. There was, and I can't even look at this anymore. I can't. And it's not me like saying that I'm support, like if this doesn't happen to be a real person or something like that. We did our own interview. I've spoken to him several times. I don't get that vibe that he's some kind of terrible person. But just the amount of people, first of all, we all did interviews. Every leader in the space just about did an interview with him and had an opportunity to ask him whatever questions we had to ask him. All right? After doing that, a lot of us still decided to join. All right? Still decided to go in with Metafi yielders. Now, understanding that we should have all been practicing never investing what we are not willing to lose, why are we threatening people? Do you understand that those kind of threats can have you put in jail too? And you think you're doing something noble by saying you're going to cause bodily harm to people. There are literally people losing their lives because of threats like these. On the other side of that, there are people that take their own lives because they over leverage themselves in these platforms and they don't know what to do when the platforms have issues. I don't know whether this platform is going to come back or go away. I know the website still works. I know I can still sign in my back office. I may not be able to do anything withdrawal or deposit wise, but that was already told to us. So I get kind of confused on how to feel sometimes, because at the end of the day, I know that we never put anything in that we're not willing to lose. So I don't want to spend all this extra time going down the rabbit hole of this other nonsense that goes on behind the scenes when people trying to get their money back and all this stuff. We don't get our money back in this space. If a platform goes away, it goes away. If it's paying out, it's paying out. Now, all I can do is take the word of what he said, and the word of what he said was on the Metafi YEILDERS Facebook page before comments were turned off. And I can only imagine if he's getting stuff like this on his Facebook page. I mean, he's met people. He showed up at people. I mean, his house was the freaking the address for a while. So he was never hiding. And now people want to threaten his life. Like, I just don't, especially today. I just don't have time for it. So if that's how people want to be in this space, y'all can go ahead and be that somewhere else. I'm not going to be that way. If a platform goes away, we move on. That's it. That's point blank. I'm not going through some third loophole trying to get my money back. I never put in what I wasn't willing to lose. And I'm getting a little frustrated seeing stuff like this, because it's the same people that make these kind of threats. It's the same people that'll take somebody innocent that isn't doing anything wrong and threaten them. It's those same kind of internet thugs. Y'all think y'all hard. For what? And then on the other side of that, there's a lot of naive people and there's a lot of inexperienced people, and that's okay. I get that. You have to go through stuff like this to have experience in this space. I get it. But man, oh man, this stuff gets out of hand, y'all. It really does. So I'm not going to be spending a whole lot of time in that group. If y'all want to do that, y'all can go into the Facebook group if you can find it. Put in the effort to find this group like all 692 of y'all have already done. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get my updates straight from the sources that have been said that they're gonna give updates. Facebook is where they said they're gonna give updates. I still have Facebook I still have access to the Facebook group, and if I see anything different, then I'll talk about that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the Metafi YEILDERS website and just make sure that that is still functioning properly. And it looks to me, as I'm looking at it, that it is. I'm gonna go ahead and sign in first. And quite frankly, everything is moving pretty fast. But the last update is that there were some things that Metafi YEILDERS was able to achieve. They were able to get some licensing. That was a part of what the people wanted. And now people are threatening his life. I understand that there's a lot of scarred people in this space. But if you scarred, don't play. Go home. You don't come and be a bully to everybody else just because you scarred. Or if you didn't want to follow the rules, now you want to raise hell. No. If it ain't paying, then move on. Those of you that want to stay patient like myself, we'll just stay patient. That's what we'll do. All right? I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. This is my Metafi YEILDERS back office. Yeah, I got a balance, but I can't do nothing with it right now. Can't deposit or withdraw. The withdrawal funds portion, I believe, is not going to show up. There we go. Create a deposit. Hopefully that doesn't show up either, but if it does, we already understand we're not making deposits in this platform right now. We're just waiting to see what happens. And if it survives, it survives. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But next Monday, we're supposed to see a support ticketing system that's supposed to be implemented. You know, they have a support tab where it has email, name. There's supposed to be KYC coming. All of these things we're looking forward to here at BOJ. And if we don't see them, then we'll move on. There's no need to threaten nobody's life. Y'all see this $4,757? That was money I was willing to lose in this platform for the ability to gain. And if I don't gain, then you chalk it up, you dust yourself off, you brush your shoulders off, and you move forward. All right? That's the way this space is played. If you guys want to spend a whole lot of time trying to fill out forms with people you don't even know, I don't know no Mr. Trice or whatever the other name was in that group. The only person that was giving us updates was Michael Daher. All right? And the Telegram group, and I cannot say that I did not warn him. I told him this is going to get crazy, so be prepared. I said that. So it is what it is, but we're going to be patient. I'm not going to give a whole lot of energy to that other stuff. No matter what y'all say, I just won't, because I can't. The stuff that I see in these Telegram groups gets way out of hand. And, you know, the last time something like this happened, you know, people were threatening people's lives. And I just don't get involved with that kind of stuff. Some of you have even said that I am a Michael Daher supporter. As a matter of fact, I'm a person that believes that Michael Daher had the best intentions. I do believe that. If I was duped, then I was duped. But I'm not going to beat myself up for it. I'm not going to blame nobody else for me being duped or anything like that. I pick myself and I move forward. And my personal belief is that hopefully this platform will show itself to at least be approved or say that, hey, you know, this is it. We're going to have to go. One or the other. And I'm cool with whatever. I'm cool with it. A lot of you won't be cool with it. A lot of you will decide that this is it for you. That's perfectly fine too. I encourage you. Matter of fact, I'll you know, get you cake and ice cream, give you a little party and say you're done with platforms. If that's what you want. But at the end of the day, we know the risk. We know what we're doing here. We know we're not playing with any money that we're needing. And if platforms don't last, then they don't last. But that doesn't mean I go out here and I cause bodily harm to myself or anybody else. I don't condone that. I don't condone that in the slightest. I understand people get upset. I understand people put their hard-earned money in here. I understand people that over-leverage themselves constantly, over and over, for the game, for the ability to win. And I get that feeling. But if you're not ready to lose it, don't do it. I will say that all the time. This video has already been longer than I'd liked it to be. But there's just so much going on with Metafi Yielders right now. There's so much talk about, you know, getting money back and all this stuff. Let me just brace you guys for a harsh reality right now, for those of you that are still listening to my rant. If Metafi Yielders decides to stop paying, 95 to 100% of y'all will not get any money back. Okay? You won't. Some of you will go through extreme measures. Extreme measures. And I don't even want to mention what those extreme measures are. But some of you will go through them. And whatever happens to you in that process, God bless you. But as for me, we're going to keep a level head. We understand what these platforms are because this is not our first rodeo. This is also not me saying that I believe that Metafi Yielders is over. Because quite frankly, we were given updates, but the updates just wasn't good enough for some of us. It didn't please most of us. Some of us are willing to stay in the fight. And for the message that I have for those of you that are willing to stay in the fight, don't let it drive you crazy. Please don't. You can stay updated. You can try to peek back into the website every now and then. Most of you will try to wait for me to make an announcement, and I appreciate that. But don't lose your head. There's a reason why there's a lot of platforms on this channel, all right? There's a reason why I don't spend a whole lot of time trying to heal the world in one platform when it goes through problems. Because there's so many opportunities out here. Metafi Yielders was just an opportunity that came along. We presented it like any other. The difference was we were able to actually have access to the CEO, and many of you out there had access to the CEO for a long time. Some of you still do. So some of y'all have too much access to the CEO. Anyway, I digress. We're done talking about this for right now. There's so much going on. All I know is that the official updates that I've received are coming from the Facebook group. Those of you that have access to the Facebook group, you have access. I believe those of you that don't, you may not. But as long as I have access, we'll keep everyone updated. I'm not getting involved with the Telegram BS because there's so much BS on Telegram. I don't know what's real and what's fake. And I just choose personally not to get involved with that Fight Metafi Yielders group. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. All right, I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the bandwidth for it. And there are much greater things on here to be talking about than a Telegram group where they're threatening each other, and you know, only 600 or 700 of the tens of thousands of people that were involved with Metafi Yielders are getting a little bit of money back. Get out of here. Come on, man. We ain't giving that no time. I'll see y'all in the next one. Please put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets, because crypto is indeed the wild, wild west. And if you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. Ask me how I know. It is not very fun at all. If you like this content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, hit the notification bell as well. This is a Metafi Yielders, more like a rant than an update, but it is what it is. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.